It's not a part of life we like to plan for, but it can certainly make the aftermath much easier to deal with. Our first guests have both experienced the loss of their husbands and can attest to the profound impact it can have on personal finances. Tracy Lamson unexpectedly lost her husband and father of her two young boys when she was only 28 years old. As a result, Tracy got educated and formed Lamson Retirement Solutions to help people build a solid financial foundation when things get shaky. That includes the decision to retire. Those services meant Lori Goldman could focus on grieving the loss of her husband and not worry about how to afford life. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Deborah.
There are several areas where we can be blindsided, and that can really impact our finances. It's the unexpected death, of course, disease. You deal a lot with long-term health.
Absolutely.
Disaster, bad financial advice. And even after you had remarried and your husband decided to retire, you were faced again with bad financial advice, which is the thing that kind of kicked you into gear of saying, I'll never be held hostage like that again.
Right, because it's always something. If I didn't have anybody to tell me what to do to save when I was younger, when we went to retire, there wasn't anybody that was taking care of us. They weren't so worried about what our retirement would look like down the road.
Yeah, and that cost you.
Absolutely. Financial advisors saying that your money, goes up and down with the market is thermostatic. That's not true. Our clients never go backwards. They never lose money. So there are other options out there that are probably more suited for us, and especially, losing your husband, things like that. It's put on our shoulders for us to take care of.
Lori, your husband Randy handled the finances. We see it in a lot of households, so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind for you.
He did.
But the money was invested, like many of us, through a 401k or work situation, and it wasn't performing well at some point. And we know a few years ago, or just last few years,
right.
People saw even a 30% loss in their 401ks. So it wasn't performing well, and they had a couple of really bad years. That was concerning.
Yes, it was very. Yes, it was very. I was very worried, and
you continually losing money, and that's the thing.
Continually losing money, and we just needed a peace of mind, and I was stressing over all this money, and then. Randy, my husband, and Tracy's husband have been friends for quite some time. So, and he kept telling me that Tony's wife, Tracy is
a financial planner who could help you.
Yes. So yes.
So then you're worried about it anyway. But then when your husband's health starts to decline, and at a fairly young age, that became even more concerning.
It was. Because I was panicked, and he did all the money, and I just needed the peace of mind, and so we went with Tracy and Ronnie Lamson Retirement, and they helped us a lot. They had a plan. They knew how to take care of me. And I, because I knew nothing about finances, it was all, Randy took care of everything. And now that I'm with Lamson Retirement, Tracy and Ronnie have been just the best blessing, and I have nothing to worry about because they took my money and they have it right where it should be. And
for you to basically continue living like you were. Because here's the deal: if you had not changed something with the money in your retirement funds, you would have at around 58 had to go back to work.
Yes, and I did not want to do that. That was like the worst fear, was having to go back to work, because
starting all over.
Done my time. Yes, and yes.
Okay, you get this all the time from people, but if you put it that way, if you were to have to retire right now, or something were to happen right now, ask yourself, are you prepared after you've entered retirement to go back to work?
Who would be? I wouldn't. I don't want to go back to work.
Yeah.
I want the peace of mind. And Randy and Lori have been clients of mine since the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. And I know that when Randy was, in his last few days, Lori was saying that was their peace of mind in knowing for him that she was taken care of.
Yeah.
What man
almost
doesn't
like a dying
want
wish.
to know that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, you go above and beyond. What you mentioned, the pension is now the income for the rest of Lori's life, but that pension also had to be protected. Right. You almost created a pension for her, right?
We did.
A lot of us, okay, so people have pensions with certain jobs, but not every job has that. You can create a pension for
That's
us.
right. Even you can take your own pension, and we can create a personal pension, because there's still benefits. If you pass away tomorrow and it's from your company pension, nobody probably gets that money.
Yeah.
However, in our personal pensions, whatever money's left, that goes directly to your beneficiaries.
Okay, there are a lot of people who, you can help everybody. If somebody's like in their 20s right now and wants to make sure that they have, $1 kabillion by the time they retire, or most importantly, most pressing, are people who are nearing retirement. How far close to retirement are we talking about?
So at any age, in your 20s, if you want financial freedom and borrow from yourself, we can help you. But especially those who are within 10 years of retirement, if you're going backwards, if you're questioning how you're going to create income, 99%, if not 100%, I would say 100%, but I don't want to say I'm perfect. Yeah. They come in worried and they leave exhaling because they have peace of mind and knowing they have income for the rest of their life.
Yeah, and let me tell you what worries you. I literally, I got one of those things that every now and then they send it to you from Social Security, letting you know how much you'll get a month.
That's right.
Now, I think I know how much I'm putting in out of my paycheck.
Nowhere close.
It's nowhere close.
That's right.
I mean, that literally, what I would get every month would pay for one of my bills,
That's
one
right.
of my critical bills, like my living, like my a place to live, right? So
you nailed
that's it. Yeah,
If you don't have enough guaranteed income to pay for your living expenses, where are you going to get that? Are you going to leave it in the market where it can drop 30-40% in a day? You will never get back to where you are, and what you're doing is creating, for you to run out of money earlier.
You mentioned earlier that people come in just kind of like you were kind of blinded by, you didn't really know what you all had, but you come in nervous. Most people, you say, well, what do you have? Or what losses have you sustained? It's like, I really don't know, because we don't want to look. It's fearful. Money scares us, a lot of us.
We
and we
open
don't
a lot of
understand
statements.
It. Yeah, right. Yeah, and a lot of us don't understand it. So that's where you want people to start. Don't be too afraid that you do nothing, because then it becomes too late to do something about it.
And we have that too. People coming in, and I mean, even with just a little bit of savings or something that we can work with, if you're within a few years of retirement, you need to see us, because we can give you that guaranteed income, especially if we have time, we can really create that.
Yeah, and that guaranteed income comes through other investment vehicles. There was a time where we said, everyone get into the 401k, get it, because we wanted Americans to save something. A lot of people weren't doing anything, but it's vulnerable. It's very vulnerable, right? So that's the thing, that you have an example of how you deal with money versus how certain vehicles do.
When the market goes up, our clients' money goes up. When the market goes down, our clients stay exactly where they were. It's a give and take in the investments. There's no perfect investment vehicle, but what we want are the vehicles that are going to give us guaranteed income, room for growth, unlike a bank product. So it's really finding, in what we use. I still say probably 85% of these products are probably bad. It's finding the good ones that are suited for us.
Yeah.
Living 12 years in retirement, you kind of get a little bit of firsthand experience.
The other thing that's different with you is that a lot of people will have their money someplace, but I don't know who you're calling, right? Who you're calling. And so the other thing too is there's a different type of person dealing with your money. There are people that just, they manage your portfolio, if you will, and they still get their fee whether you lose money or get money.
That's right.
With you all, it's different.
Right. Our clients don't pay us. We charge that $500 an hour, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to create solutions for you and let the companies pay us, not you out of your funds.
Yeah. All right. So first thing to do is to get started with that analysis of what you have.
Financial, and it's so quick. Ronnie, our CFO, he does such a great job, and within 10 or 15 minutes, he can tell you, can we help you, can we not? He can really help you and see the numbers.
Yeah, and you can see where you will be.
He helped Lori go buy a car.
He did. He's awesome. They've been such a great help. It's just such a peace of mind that.
Yeah.
It's just
again,
knowing she can call
bad
us.
enough that you're dealing with the loss of your husband, but the last thing that you need to worry about is, can you still stay in the house?
Oh, and it was going through my head constantly, but now I just have peace of like knowing that my money's being taken care of, and then I'm gonna have it, and then I can just live.
And enjoy the grandkids.
Yeah.
That's what she does. That's what she does.
Yes.
All right, Lamson Retirement Solutions has a special offer. The first 50 people who call will receive a complimentary financial analysis. That is a $500 value. That's for free. You must mention Great Day Houston, however, to get this offer. It includes a blueprint of your current financial situation and how to align your investment strategies with your retirement goals. If you're tired of losing money in the market, give Lamson a call to start protecting your financial future right away. To see how Tracy can help protect your money, give them a call at this number, 281-459-0023. Again, that's 281-459-0023, or log on to lamsoninc.com for more information.